Death of Stalin is a foul-mouthed screwball comedy about the death of Russian dictator Joseph Stalin and the power struggle and the aftermath thereafter. Aftermath thereafter. After thereafter. Yeah, doesn't sound like it'd be funny, but trust me when I say there is awfully a lot of Google bits here to go around.
The director of this film is Armando Iannucci, the creative force behind VEEP and In the Loop. If you're familiar with his work, then you know what you're getting yourself into. Moronic characters in political power, mixing wisecracks with excessive swearing to rise up the ranks.
The back-and-forth power struggles between Khrushchev, played by the brilliant Steve Buscemi, and Beria, played by Simon Russell Beale, made this not just a funny movie, but actually a pretty intriguing one.
Death of Stalin is a satire of what actually happened, so it's a comedy, but there's still political intrigue to what was going on. I didn't really know much of the story of the history of the USSR after Stalin, so I really didn't know what was going to happen. Now, in the movie, when Stalin was alive, there was a lot of deaths. When Stalin died, there was a lot of deaths. What I'm trying to say, there's a lot of death in this comedy. I wasn't really sure who was going to live, die, or end up in power, so that's not really to say there was a suspense in this movie, but there was a lot of intrigue besides the wisecracks and fart jokes.
There wasn't really any action to it. I kind of laughed here and there, so it took my mind off the lack of butt kicking, but it wasn't my favorite.
The filmmakers did a pretty good job of focusing more on the comedy than actually staying true to history. I mean, they'd even have the actors to even try Russian accents because they wanted them to focus more on their comedic improv during the scenes.
This film has an amazing cast. You have Steve Buscemi, Jeffrey Tambor from Arrested Development, Michael Palin from Monty Python, Rupert Friend from Homeland, and of course Jason Isaacs from Harry Potter, just to name a few. They are all given their individual scenes to shine, but the best scenes from this movie is when the cast is together not only fighting for power within the story, but also improvising and fighting for the best joke.
I was laughing my butt off most of the time. In the beginning, Stalin has a stroke, and, he pees himself. And all these famous Russian leaders are trying to pay their respects. They're trying to kneel, pay their respects, but they don't want to kneel in the Stalin piece. They're trying to avoid it, so I thought it was funny. Jeffrey Tambor as Malenkov, he was wearing a girdle to, help his back. Finally, Rupert Friend, giving great advice on how to introduce yourself to people. Smile, shake hands, and try not to call them a see you next Tuesday. Except for in the movie, he actually used the word.
This was a very well-produced comedy. You have amazing Russian sets, costumes, an all-star cast, and it was also pretty funny. I will give it a 7 out of 10.
Now, there is an awful lot amount of cursing in this movie, so it won't be for the faint of heart comedy lovers, but I loved it. 9 out of 10.
It was really entertaining, and I really enjoyed seeing great comedic actors joking around together. 7 out of 10.
Another comedy that's short on the action. It had some good lines, but not enough to replace the lack of explosions. 2 out of 10.
Political intrigue, yes, but not really suspenseful. You see comedies to laugh, not to sit on the edge of your seat. 3 out of 10. We here at Who's Review give the Death of Stalin the overall rating of Don't be Stalin, see it, comrade. Was that Jamaican or Russian? I don't know. Maybe it was neither. Who knows? This is a foul-mouthed comedy, so if you enjoy those, you're gonna love this film, especially the political type that Iannucci is known for. This is an all-star cast that is given plenty opportunity to shine. Be forewarned, there is a lot of foul language. Not as much as VEEP or In the Loop, but still a lot. I'm not sure what kind of release this is gonna get in the US, so if it's not shown in a theater near you, well, definitely still check it out on streaming or Blu-ray. Well, there's our review. What do you think? Do you think we're on the money, way off? Well, let us know in the comment section below and we'll check it out and respond. As always, if you want to see the reviews coming out in the future, you're going to have to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want to see what reviews are coming out before they do, go ahead and like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. We hope you guys enjoyed your time here and thanks for checking us out at Who's Review.
Mouth keeps drying up. All these accents I gotta do here.